Still waiting. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. We have Earth 2, we have Definity, we have a bunch of stuff to go over, and a couple of guests. So guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below, super chats as well. The rules are, if I go in and I will answer all of your questions will be answered. However, it's going to take me quite a while to get to them, especially because I have two guests coming in about 20 minutes. But if you want to, it's like, hey, Chavez, I don't have that long. Is there a way you can just answer my question and be done with it? Just super chat me. It can just be $2 and that's it. It doesn't have to be a big one. And then I'll answer you right away. But we have a ton of stuff to go over here. So we'll start to try to get this bread. Shrumpalump had said 1 million MCP to craft, talking about the flower bomb, like the new Banksy secret rare that comes out tomorrow. I will be going live for that. That is in about 28 hours, so I will be going live for that. He says, well, I can't do that. Rewarding top collectors is well deserved, though. Good job, VeVe. I know a good 8 people that I know are going to do it, and then like a couple that are just on the fence that are just like, I might not. But you don't have to be a level 100 to have 1 million points. You don't have to be level 90 or 80 or even 70. I have 1 million points and I'm level like 61. Does that mean I'm going to craft it? Again, I'll go live and I'll talk more in depth about that tomorrow. I'm leaning toward, I'm 60% that I'm not going to, but this is the first of its kind, so I don't know. And if we get Pokemon at some point, which I will totally get to, I don't want to be without any points for Pokemon, but we'll see. Happy 4th of July from Pepperino, a couple days late, but Pepperino is level 87, so shout out to them. Big A says 3,500 puts it next to Secret Rare Spider-Man, and it doesn't belong next to that. Grail, I think it'll start at 1750 to 2,000 and drop quickly to 1250. Yeah, 1 million points. I mean, a lot of people are going to craft these, that are going to mint these. They're already mega whales. So it's like normally what gets the high prices are the whales not getting it on the drop. And if they don't get it on the drop, okay, then they'll get it in the secondary. But if all of the whales that want it are going to spend the 1 million points to craft it, then there's not going to be that many whales that are be like, I'll pay, a couple grand for it. But at the same time, because they're whales, they're not going to need to sell. So there could be a very, very, it's already only 70 of them. So it's already a very limited supply, and only whales are going to get it. So I'm going to be very surprised if it's, if there's more than like 5 for sale at reasonable prices. Bill Gardner with $10 super chat. Just bought more Definity today. Love these prices. Yeah, I got a little bit recently as well. I got, yeah, there's a lot. Oh, Elena, sorry, friend of mine. So yeah, yeah, let's go over that real quick, just because you asked. Let's go to the Definity. Now, before we get to Definity, the market's been not doing so hot lately. Bitcoin down to under 57,000, down to 56.4, down about 3% today. Ethereum down 4%, down to 2.9. Honestly, most of the top 10, and that's like the least of the top 10. BNB down 6.5, Solana down over 7, Lido Stake down 4, XRP down 6.3, Toncoin down 6.9. Everyone comment nice down below for the 6.9 reference. Doge down 7.5, Cardano down 6. Again, this is most of the top 100. Flow, my baby Flow is down 6.8%, so close to 6.9. Let's take a look at, Definity, and how's it doing in this sea of red? Well, it's actually up 1.5% today, and it is up to 4.191 cents. So it's between 4.1 and 4.2 cents. So 4.1-ish. Only has 23,000 in volume, 7.1, less than $7.2 million market cap. In my opinion, this is extremely undervalued. Obviously, nothing I say here is financial advice. This is all not financial advice. It's just my opinion on things. But Definity is one of my biggest positions. It will likely become my biggest position at some point, not because I'm going to sell a bunch of OMI, but just because I think Definity is one of those things that can actually outperform OMI, or OMI I think can do a 200x gain. I think Definity can do 3 to 400x gain. It could do a 5 or 800x gain, but again, just because the market cap is so low, it is so disruptive, it's so innovative, it has such a great team. Now, that brings me along to something else. One of the other things that I think could possibly outperform OMI, and that is Earth-2's Essence. Now, Earth-2's Essence has not had a good birth. It started, there was a couple people spending over like $1 for it when it first came out, went straight down to like 15 cents, 14, 13, that went all the way, actually now is one of the lows that it had. I think it was a bit lower like last week. It was down to like 6.3. It is 6.829 now, so it's pretty much 6.8. And yeah, it's the volume on it keeps getting like lower. There is $7,000 in volume. I've talked to a couple of whales asking like, hey, and I'm trying to be like really negative on Essence when I'm going and I'm asking this like, hey, listen, Essence has done nothing but go down. You know, I could give you X amount of dollars for some of your stuff now at a discount, you know, or we could wait a month and then see what it's down to, and then we could renegotiate. And they go and they say like, oh, why don't you just buy it from the market? At the time when I was offering this to someone, it was like 30 to 50,000 a day. Now it's $7,000. Now, granted, it is a weekend, so you are going to see the pickup in volume. Again, they're not on any exchanges yet. They're just on Uniswap. They will get on some as time goes on, but that's not their biggest priority right now. Their biggest priority is to launch Earth-2 version 1. They actually have a trailer that's coming out in like the next. Actually, it's supposed to come out like 5 minutes ago. I don't know exactly what it's going to. Oh, yeah, let's. I can't play the music, but let's see a couple of these. All right, you got some tile artwork over there. And I think this is what Shane saw the other day. Shane had taken a look at this. He goes down into the tile art, and then he sees like a woman like shooting a bazooka and stuff. Yeah, they did not do a good job on this. Oh yeah, look at that. There's the woman changing a bunch of landscapes and all that. So again, it is one of the prettiest metaverse I've ever seen. And why I want to go in and spend like 6 figures on it is because it is one of the most undervalued things. It has like a 30 something million dollar, maybe even like $25 million market cap. It's and when that metaverse narrative hits, that's gonna hit like a mofo. Like y'all don't even know. So that's why I really like it. That's why I'll be getting more at some point. I have a very, very, very small amount. Like I said, I will get some at some point, but comment down below if you have any Earth-2. And also, while you're commenting down below and doing stuff for me, if y'all could smash that like button, that'd be a free way to help support the channel. Free ways are Patreon, so super like button. Well, you will know the drill. Anyway, let's get photos. Yeah, let's get more of this spread. We have Crypto Invitation Club saying, I was so close to hitting 3 million market cap points, and tomorrow, and well, basically he's got the 3 million, but he will go down to 2 million after the Banksy drop, meaning he will spend that million. So Greg McClure is going to be one of those people. Again, I'm going to say maybe about 25 people go and get that. I was like, well, Chavez, there's 88 of them, right? Well, yes and no. VeVe is keeping 18, so this means there's 70. Take away the another 25, okay, you're down to 45. But I think there's going to be 1 or 2 people that have multiple millions of MCP points, and they'll go in and they'll get multiple. How many of them? I don't know, but you know, we'll see. Shout out to them. Yeah, I've been getting some of these Marvel Mighties sub 100s for like $20. Y'all taking crazy pills. Oh, so I remember it was 21 years ago, a few days ago, where Hulk hands became the hottest selling item of 2003. Now, why do I bring this up? Because we are getting, obviously, Hulk number 180 gives you a first little cameo appearance of Wolverine, not the full first appearance, just a cameo. But then we are going to get Hulk 181 later this month, and that is going to be first full appearance of Wolverine. It is 10,000 mints. It is $20 per mint. That is going to be epic. That is going to be, those secret rares are going to be thousands of dollars. Oh my God, I can't freaking wait. Now, is it going to be like an A of 15 where it's $7,000? No, but can it be $1,000 or $2,000? I think so. I think so. Watch your. All right, so nine. Oh no, this was last year. Yeah, I mean, I feel like every now and then when people like the manager of BlackRock saying that crypto is digital gold and Bitcoin is an international asset, and again, this was last year. You still have to take that. Don't take that with a grain of salt. Just take that at face value. Something else you should take at face value is David Yu going out and saying, if there was a level 101, you'd be the perfect example. Thank you, Mr. MC1, for your continued support and friendship to this community. Blue heart. We love him. He's a good egg. And his favorite content creator is one Mr. Randy Chavez. I thought that was great too. That was wild. Moving on here, we have can't go over that. I will not be able to go over that for a while. Stephen Duarte saying just hit 3 million points. Bring on the Patina Flower Bomber. So he is another one that is going to spend 1 million points on this as well. Oh, McBay. Sorry. So there'd be no duplication. Shout out to Anthony Francisco. He is the creator of Baby Groot and the designer of the Dora Milaje, all from Marvel. He will be coming back on the podcast. He's been on before. He'll come back on, I think, in August. He's in the Philippines right now, so he can't do the next few weeks. When he comes back, I'll be at San Diego Comic-Con with the rest of y'all. So we won't be able to do that week. I have a bunch of other scheduling conflicts the rest of the month. But in August, he'll be on. He might do an artwork. He might do a giveaway. There's a couple of things that might happen. I'll keep you posted. He's wicked cool artist. I have all right, let's go over the title here. Odds of VeVe getting Pokemon. Wen OMI to NFT. All right, I went over the Definity buys and all that. Okay, so Wen OMI to NFT. I don't know. We'll go over the Pokemon stuff. In the actual, what is this here? In the actual, what is that? That is the thumbnail. We have someone named Crypto Show 84 saying, "What's your fandom that you're still waiting to see on VeVe?" #VeVeFam. And David said, "Pokemon." Now, this was over a year ago. I can't tell if the person who screenshot this was in your. It looks like it says January 6th, 2023, or it could be June 1st, 2023, depending on where they're from. I don't know who did that, but either way, it is over a year ago. Guys, David has been working on the Pokemon license for years now, at least since 2022, but I would definitely say since 2021 and probably beforehand. It's what's it going to take? I don't know. Actually, why did this come up? Well, this came up because I went to the Twitter or the X today. It was this morning, probably the reason for this video. And I said in 2016, one day after Pokemon Go had released, I had it downloaded, but I was deployed and it wasn't available in my country. To this day, I feel like this is one of the most fun things I've ever missed out on. My new wish is for Pokemon to come to VeVe. Don't let me down. I tagged Pokemon in this, they didn't respond. But if you go and take a look, here's a screenshot that I took where it says Pokemon Go, and it says this item isn't available in your country. I was in Kuwait. While everybody else was having the time of their lives, I was in 125-degree heat in Ramadan. I couldn't drink on the. Well, I couldn't. That was dry. Kuwait is a dry country. There is the only way to maybe get alcohol in that country is to know an aerial porter, and for them to say like, all right, here's a manifest, and hide some beer in the middle of a cargo pallet, and then it's like, have the person that's in control of the manifest look the other way when that beer is, when that pallet is broken down. Yeah, that didn't happen. Anyway, not only could you not drink, but like on the flight line, 125-degree heat, you couldn't drink water because you had to observe the local religious tradition. So that was heckin' wild. I don't know how we survived. Anyway, David's been working on this for a long time. What's it going to take? I wish that VeVe would go in and wait, because right now they don't really have a lot of hand. If anyone's ever watched Seinfeld, Seinfeld's been on the air for 35 years now. Heckin' wild, right? But yeah, George Costanza, I have hand. You're gonna need it. Sorry, if you haven't seen that episode, that's not gonna make sense. Sorry, my friends are here. I have to turn on the light in a minute. But if VeVe were to negotiate for Pokemon 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they would have had all of the leverage, and they would have been like, guys, we're a multi-billion-dollar company. We call the shots. Not that we call the shots, but again, they had hand. If anyone was going to go in and give VeVe, if anyone who was going to get the Pokemon license, it would have been VeVe at that time. However, now, because again, back in the day, even though VeVe was worth a lot more, they had a lot more users, it's raging bull market. No, it's not a Robert De Niro reference. It was an actual raging bull market. But at the time, because it was such a raging bull market, that sun is going to poke an eye out. We're going to do that, and we're going to do that, and we're going to close that door because my friend doesn't home. In that bull market, you had Recur come about, you had Hero come about, you had whoever did the crappy, what's that called? Game of Thrones NFTs, they came about. And nobody, except for me, knew who was going to survive or not. And then slowly but surely, slowly but steadily, everyone else started fizzling out. And VeVe kind of kept chugging along. So now I think Pokemon has seen, okay, well, VeVe's the last man standing. They're going to absorb all of this market share. And when the next bull run comes, if I were Pokemon, I would go negotiate now. Get this worked out now because they're worth a bit less. But that is their only option. They know that they have the money, they have the team, they have the community, they have the whales in the community. So if I were Pokemon, I would get it done now. Because it's clear to everyone that it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter who's backing you, how much money they throw at you. People have thrown tens of millions of dollars, if not 9 figures, at building NFT platforms, and all of them except VeVe have failed. Cryptoys is still out there; they're doing their thing, and I hope they survive. I hope they thrive. Because you want a little competition that helps keep VeVe on their toes, that helps keep VeVe being innovative. And I don't care that Will from Cryptoys, the head of Cryptoys, said that they're building their business based on VeVe's blueprints. That's fine, as long as VeVe can continue to out-innovate and they can continue to make new things before other people have the chance to copy them. That's fine. Anyone the U.S. did the same. China and the U.S. did the same exact thing. China tries to steal our technology and they try to reverse engineer it, and sometimes they can. But the U.S. is always constantly out-innovating. It doesn't matter what China does, because the U.S. has the smartest schools, they have the smartest people, they put more money into the military than China does. So again, I don't want to get any geopolitical there. It's clear to Pokemon that, yeah, they could try their own NFTs, but the odds of that being successful are pretty slim. The odds of Pokemon NFTs on VeVe being successful are damn near 100%. Because they know the business, they know, and again, Pokemon has this issue with the fans right now that I can go to this newest set, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what the set is, Roaring Skies, Burning Shadows, like any of the newer sets over the last 5 years, whatever the chase card was, whatever it was, like somebody gets it, they grade it, Beckett 10, PSA 10, CGC 10, whatever it is. People will pay super high prices because they'll say like, oh, there's only, like one of these out there. And then it becomes 4 and 9 and 12 and 30. No, I'm not trying to do Pascal's triangle. I'm just trying to let you guys know that that's a forever increasing pop report. And people get salty about that. They spend oodles of money trying to get this freaking chase card. By some miracle of a chance, it gets a 10. Not that a lot of them have been hard to grade. They're not, but there's just no, that's ever changing. And even if they do one print run and it's successful, like, hey, I got this card, people really like it. Pokemon make the printers go burr because they bought freaking printers for themselves. They used to do with Wizards of the Coast. So they have this real issue with the fans, where the fans are just like, they don't like that. And a lot of them, some loud minorities, have stopped collecting the newer stuff and just focusing on the older stuff, because the older stuff, that population report moves at a snail's pace. Like any new first edition PSA 10 Charizards come like once every 2 years, because in order to get one of those boxes, you have to spend a couple $100,000. Then you have to get a freaking Charizard, which, I mean, out of those, there's 36 boxes. It's like 1 out of every 3 or 4, I think, is going to be a holo. And then there's 16 holos. So you don't know which one. Yes, 1 out of 3 is a holo. So out of the 36 packs that you get in one of those boxes, 12 of them are going to be holos, but there's 16 holos. So you can wind up getting 2 Chanseys, 2 Hitmonchans. You can get a bunch of Poliwhirls, Venusaur. You can get, even if you got 12 out of 75%, they were all different. You only have a 75% chance of getting that Charizard. You could be part of that 25% that doesn't get a Charizard. And that's if you get one of each. And then on top of that, for it to grade a 10 is really hard. So that's why the population report of the old school first edition Charizards, they grow at a snail's pace. Where the new stuff, people don't necessarily care if they're getting the chase card, because a lot of the big people, whether it's PokeRev, whether it's SM Pratt, it doesn't matter who it is, the PokeJew, there's so many different Pokemon influencers on Instagram and on YouTube. They go and they'll buy like a case. They will buy a pallet full of these boxes. They will sell the packs and they will open the packs on live. So they make money on selling the packs because they buy them at wholesale, they sell them at retail. And then the people, again, they open the packs and then they send them to whoever gets them. But then on top of that, they make money off of the stream. So they don't really care what they get, and they're incentivized to keep ripping open these packs, ripping open these cases. And this way you have pretty much an infinite supply. So again, a good amount of the newer people, or a good amount of the newer product is not going to move as well, because the people with money are just going to go and get the old stuff. So again, I feel like I've talked a little too much about Pokemon. We're going to go in and continue to go over the rest of this here. What odds of getting it? I would say 75% chance we get Pokemon at some point. I've said 60, 65, I'm bumping it up to 70. And Wen OMI to NFT, I'm really hoping in Q3, probably after San Diego Comic-Con. I don't think they would want to do something right now. We have. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I was dead for a minute there. Now where was I? I was on the 4th. Now I'm on the 5th, and then we'll soon be the 6th. No, can't go over that yet. Can't go over that yet. Birthday. Yep, Seinfeld I went over. Ben Franklin is a cool dude. Oh, Kuwait. Yeah, good times. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Okay, American Truck Simulator players are now being targeted by in-game recruitment ads from a massive truck company. Could this happen in the VeVe-verse? I think so. I will talk to my guests about this when they come on. I should come on in the next few minutes. So I'll screenshot that and bring that up when they come on. RWBY, RWBY. Normally that would stand for red, white, blue, yellow, but for this particular incident, we're going to go over, and it stands for RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, RWBY. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, as the kids say these days, we're so back. Announced at Anime Expo by Carrie and Barbara, RWBY have a new home within Viz Media. They were instrumental in the manga series by Shiro Miwa and the World of RWBY compendium in previous years. At this time, there is no news regarding Volume 10, but Volumes 1 through 9, music and merch, will be returning in due time. RWBY survives because of the intense love and support that people have shown the beloved series over its past decade of life. Even with the Rooster Teeth shutdown, their passion has preserved it and helped push its continued support. You'll be hearing from us when we have further updates. Until then, everyone keep moving forward. Now, why is this important? RWBY came out from a little independent company called Rooster Teeth. They were amazing. They had amazing voice actors and actresses. They're just one of the best animated shows I've seen in the last decade. And I identify with a guy named Crow. He's an aging fighter that's an alcoholic, and he likes women, and it's just, you know what? It's anywho. Why do I bring this up? Because now they are owned by Viz Media, and who has a partnership with Viz Media? I can't point. VeVe does. Dashy's wearing the hat. I would love to see this before Sailor Moon. I would love to see this before Fruits Basket. I would love to see this before most other animes. It's new, it's fresh, it's young, it's hip. A lot of people like it. It's a little niche, but I doubt if it's not so freaking good. I've done some cosplays from it. I've stayed true to the character a couple times with the. Anyway, y'all will see some of that at San Diego Comic Con probably. But let's hope we get that. I asked David about it. He didn't respond, but I'll keep you posted. Aunt Jemima. There's me as Crow. That'll make sense if you've watched it. What are the top three? Oh, can't go over that. Girls are so crazy. Where it's looking, where it's headed, going off the market. This one. All right, so monthly market pulse from VeVe Fox. She says monthly VeVe market pulse for June of 2024. Now, we did get a little bit more active wallets. 14,153 was the total. The new wallets were 667. So we had 2/3 of 1,000 new wallets that they might not have necessarily signed up this month, because the way they measure it is by who has a collectible in there, whether it be a comic or a statue or whatever. They could have signed up back in January. They could have signed up last month, or they could have signed up in June. But either way, there was 667 new accounts, or accounts that got at least one collectible in them that had none previously. So I like that. Oh yeah, that was good. Sorry, moving on. Oh, all right. So there's a bunch of VeVe hodlers. We have from. Oh God, who's this from again? We're going to go, and I actually forget who this is from. I'm derping on the name right now, but they go over the top 500 VeVe hodlers every week. So we'll go over the top biggest sellers for right now. Michael Campa is number 3 he sold 67 collectibles. Actually, let's go over this with a couple of friendos. Hello, friendos.
Hello.
See, now you're getting messed up.
That's okay. We're messed up. Max is here in spirit.
Oh, all right. Well, hello, Spirit Max. Oh, you got a nice black sleeping hat, do you?
I wore this because I know Sleepin is excited out of his mind for the 2 comics coming, so I figured I'd don mine just because I don't wear baseball hats. I wore them the first 20 years of my life.
Yeah. Good times. So I was about to go over some of the top 500 VeVe hodlers. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Sweet. So we have the top 3 sellers are Michael Campo, which sold 67 collectibles, Lanajiro, which sold 77, and Majin Jesus, which sold 123. Now, altogether, that is 267 collectibles. I know what you're thinking. Why are so many people selling? But they are writ small by the people that are buying. Expert 44 bought 307. Atomic Z06 bought 444. And Dr. Fuse, this mad lad, bought 1,544 collectibles.
I'm just waiting for you to do that.
How many did y'all buy this week?
I bought quite a few, actually. I did the Kevin lottery, so I got 2 Kevins in I had my probability hypotheses. It worked out pretty decent.
Wait, so you got 2 Kevins on the drop?
Yes.
How many did you buy?
20.
Okay. They were 28, right?
Correct. So I'm about a little under 300 for each.
Okay. Not bad. Because they're going for like 4. They were going for 4 or 5. What are they going for now?
It was 489 last time I looked. I hadn't looked today.
Oh, and you're keeping them.
Yeah, because I believe they'll shoot up when that 13 becomes 0.
Yeah, it's a good point.
There's 13 of them.
Okay, so people are still playing the game.
Like I said, yeah, I had a little probability chart going on when it would come up, and I was 13 on the one and 7 on the other, so horrible.
Yeah, horrible. Not bad. There is, either way, in the bull market, there's a lot of Disney stuff that I think is going to go up. I think Moana is going to do really well, and Kanto, and probably Up. A bunch of people love Up. I didn't like the movie.
If Donnie's was worth $150K for 150 of a character that honestly not many people know, I'm willing to play the game.
Yeah. I always found that strange because his Infernal Majesty, the devil guy, he was a lot more popular, and I know that he had a lot more mints, comparatively, but I don't think he ever made it past like 12 or 13K. And Donnie just went nuts, and he wasn't even from the old school Powerpuff Girls, from the new one.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I think it was just that 150. So, like I said, I'm willing to play the game.
I feel you. All right, so you got a lot of new collectibles. You had 20. What about you, Queen VeVe?
He's been doing the buying. Like he got a partner statue. He got Rizzo.
No.
He completed the first set. So he's been getting all his pieces. I've been going back and getting little things that have kind of been bothering me. Like I went back and got Walt's desk. I'll probably go get a few pencils. Just, there's some things that I'm just like looking back on. A couple things, Disney things. Just filling in some gaps,
Is that a Rocky reference?
Yes.
Fill gaps. Is this stuff that you're collecting from?
Coming too, right? So that's exciting. We got good drops coming. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's the other thing. I touched on it a bit before. I was going to save it for tomorrow when I do the drop. But you guys both have over 1 million points, right?
No, I have just shy. I'm just shy of 1 million. He does though.
Yeah, I'm closing in on 2 million.
Nice. How shy are you of the 1 million?
100K. She can't even sell the bronze tickets for it.
Gotcha.
He was asking you, not me.
No, I'm over 1 million. He was asking you.
Oh yeah, I'm at 900. I'm like at 900.
Gotcha. Yeah, if you're at like 980 or something, I'd be like, you could buy a bunch of comics, or you could buy a bunch of whatever, and it might make sense to do it. But yeah. But what about you, Will? You getting it?
I believe I am going for it. I believe the provenance of that small of a group. If you're one of those people that shows you were here from the beginning and believe.
Yeah. I mean, for you, it's nice because you have 1 million left in case like they have
1 million. So
yeah,
they're setting that baseline at 1 million. So I kind of feel the same way, Randy. Like, okay, so he knows that if something great comes out, I'm like 50 days away from having that 1 million, which is kind of their baseline, at least on their first one. And then he's close to another 1 million. So for us, I think it makes sense. Because we're both like right on the tails of another 1 million each.
It was hard for us because originally we had the one account, and we decided to break off for this sheer reason. Because now you have 2 people getting points.
Yeah. There's I told people before, and let me know if this is silly, that I'm leaning towards not doing it, because if I don't do it, then I have those MCP points forever. But because I don't want to do it, and then suddenly they announce Pokemon, and then I would be like, no, I blew my load on the first thing that came up, and then I don't know if you guys ever seen Modern Family where Haley's teaching Lily, like, you don't buy the first thing that comes up. Like, you don't look at the first boy that's nice to you. You got to wait for other boys. You got to wait for other opportunities. And I feel like this is going against that lesson. Or is that like, Randy, just bite the bullet and buy whatever Pokemon comes out?
You're in a bad spot though. Like I said, we're sorry, but we're in a good spot, because if that happens, I think it's only 1 million points and we have that. I would be really struggling if I were you though, Randy. Like I see why you're struggling. But then again, I mean, first, it is a Banksy. There's 70. I don't know. Do you really think they're gonna drop Pokemon? I don't know.
No.
I guess, how much do you think this will go for? And the people that are going to go for it, most of us are collectors, so they're not going to be reselling for cheap. Or there may be a few resale for cheap because of
they want a number,
or they want the comic coming out. But you're going to have the OMI card. We don't have the OMI card like you have. You know what I mean? So
There's, I mean, as far as ROI, somebody asked what's common Boba Fett going to be. I don't know. Could do like a 5X only $37 from here. So maybe a 10X, 75. I don't know. Maybe it goes at retail. But we're trying to figure out ROI for certain things. If you take a look at what's happened previously to people that have, oh, you craft these items, and if you add up all of those parts of the crafted items, let's say like for Thanos and the gauntlet and stuff, they were crafting like $1,200 worth of stuff, burning it to get something, and immediately flooring it for like $600, then $400 and $200. But that's what, there's a difference between things being bought when they were a total of $500 and then it being worth a little over four figures at 1,200, versus, hey, getting 1 million points, you probably would have had to put a good amount of money into the app, like tens of thousands of dollars. And if you got that, I feel like the people that are able to mint this probably have pretty deep pockets. And if they do, then they're not going to sell it for a stupid low price, because that they probably have been around money before and they're probably pretty good with it. But that being said, there are whales that the people that normally get these either low mints or they get lucky with the drop, they flip it to the whales. But if all of the whales are going to be the ones that mint this, then who's going to try to flip it? Like, who are they going to flip it to? Like, if a whale wants it, they're just going to use the points. They're not going to spend $3,000 on it. So I don't know if it's making me error 404, making me glitch.
I think it's going to sell quick, and people are going to want it. And most people are going to hold on to it to get it, and get out the wheelbarrow kind of thing.
And basically, how much is that MCP point worth to you? That's where it comes. Because this is how I think of it as, I know I'm getting a 1 of 70 with this drop. If I use it to try to get a comic or even Pokemon, I spend $500,000, I'm guaranteed no rarity. So I'm getting the best rarity for bang for my buck. That's how I look at it. Because if you get a blind box, it's no guarantee. I get an uncommon all the time, which is usually the crappiest rarity. Okay,
so that's a good point. I might actually buy it now, because now, I'll tell you later. Let me send you a message real quick. Remind me.
I wouldn't buy it for investment, though. I mean, you're buying it as your history, as your provenance. That's my thought.
I see it as a ticket to an exclusive whale club.
Yeah, I mean, because if you tell how many people are going to be able to afford it with points, like I'm in the top 500, I'm number 450, 460, give or take, and I have 1 million points. So everyone ahead of me likely has 1 million plus points as well. So there's 450 something people that have at least 1 million points, and I know the top 30 have multiple millions. Yeah, so that's a good point. Good amount of them are probably going to want it.
I think a good amount of people are going to want it. It's not going to be I don't know, but I also think people are playing it quiet too, because while supplies last.
Yeah, it's going to be old school.
All right. Yeah, you've convinced me.
No, we're not trying to.
No, I wouldn't get it. No, I'm just saying,
the people that want it.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, you're going to have the people that can afford to try to get 2, 3, 4, and 5. If it was slow out the gate, those people probably would try to sell 1 or 2.
Like your Rolex.
Somebody that's got 15 million points, why not hit the button 3 times and hope for the best? You know what I mean? But
But that's rare. I don't think they're going to have time to get more than 2.
Like Mr. MC1's already made 2 really exclusive clubs. He just sent an email or a tweet out about, if you have the top 15 comic secret rare, DM me. So obviously he's trying to set up some other kind of. So I could see him saying, if you have a Banksy yacht party, your Banksy's your ticket. and obviously I'm speaking, I have no idea. I don't talk to Mr. MC1, but like I can see that kind of provenance on it.
Yeah,
Provenance.
that's a good point.
Indeed, this carries a lot. I just think it will, and most people I think are just going to put it in the vault, and that's going to be that. Like that's that. You know what I mean? Like I got it. I was here. It's in the bank. Done.
Confirmed. Yacht party right there. No, I'm just kidding.
The speak of the devil, under shall appear. Hoping for a big OMI week along with big VeVe week. Maybe, who knows? It's Will's shaking his head now.
I love OMI. I love it. It's July is going to be a bloodbath. It's shaping up with crypto. August probably is going to be a little bit better. Then September it starts to go. I mean,
and then October.
Well, that's like. Did you know there's never been 2 red months in a row in a bull run for Bitcoin?
I did not. Well, June was pretty.
Two red quarters, I should say.
Oh,
Last
okay.
quarter was one.
Yeah.
This quarter's starting out bad. So, like I said, July is probably going to be. I don't know. I mean, it could reverse, but we chopped for 4 months and then it went down. So the chances of it going back up real quick is not.
Yeah, the last month has not been. But I mean, God, these prices are so juicy.
There you go.
But I mean, also, I don't know if they'd want to launch any type of new mechanic with San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner. I think they would probably want to wait till after that's over.
And then you got D23. I don't think they're going to try to take
I forgot about that.
It's going to be September before, in my opinion. I have no idea, obviously, but it's okay. So this is my theory. So you got Comic-Con, D23, September's your off month, and then you got New York Comic-Con. So that's why I think September's their target, but obviously I have no idea.
I mean, if there's,
it
would have to be in September, because if there's no OMI to NFT by the end of Q3, there's going to be riots. Like people are going to be like, they're going to dump, which that'd be great to stack, but you know, because by that point, one of my other investments could go up. Yeah.
That's not far off.
What else are you guys buying this week outside of OMI and VeVe?
Nothing really. We had some traveling to do this week, so nothing really.
Oh, same.
No, I'm just going in and looking at the prices, and they're so low. It's like there's a few, like there's Givenchy, it's like 179, and like it's so hard because remember that thing just blew up, and I could see it blowing up again, and it's like I don't know. There's about 10 of those pieces that I keep looking at over and over again. Like I don't like. I want to go back and get them. Sometimes I do, but most times I'm like, no, not yet.
Yeah, that's hard because I don't think the market is not going to continue to go down for the short term, unfortunately, because now you're seeing the liquidity because people want the 180, 181, and like I said, I hope not, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to. People aren't putting new money in as much as you got your whales at play, but they don't support the price at the floor. We need regular people, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what it is too, because I feel like the Grails have a little bit of that protection, some of them, but I mean, I've been getting not that these are Grails or even blue chip, but there's a couple of every now and then I see a sub 100 Marvel Mighty for like $20.
Yep.
I had Mr. Sinister and 2 Venomized Hawkeyes like in the last 2 weeks. So I was like, that was great. As far as Abe says, what time to go if your whales are going home to the panic sell? We have other investments, so we hope that things go down. Like at some point, one thing is going to go down, one thing's going to go up, and we'll just reallocate, we'll just rebalance. So anytime over the next 8 months, if OMI does nothing in the next 12 months, then they'll hold. They won't buy any more, but they'll hodl. Yeah, I would like. I'm not number 2 anymore in the Marvel sub 100 list. Last week, Rolex bought like 600 something collectibles, and like 50 of them were sub 100 Marvel Mighties. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" So he I don't know what the fudge he
He
bought.
does.
Because
He just sit in his living room and just buy.
he has to, because I monitor like the cheap sub 100 stuff. So at like a lot of this, and some of that he bought, but the other stuff, it must have been like a lot of money that he had done that with. So yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, you can't keep up with a Rolex.
No,
I'm sitting here debating over buying a $170 piece, and Rolex is buying 1,000 pieces. Not even fair, but fun.
Like I said, that's what we're trying to do is check off. Like I wanted a first set for I can't tell you how long. Rizzo's never been this cheap since I've been in the app. You know, the partner statue cheap. You know,
He finally completed the set.
Now I have all the golden moments, so we have 2 complete sets. You know, like there's stuff like that. Like there's still other things that I like the Ben Reilly Spider-Man Comic-Con, the ultra rare 616. That's like $300 now. Like there's stuff that's like just the want list is what you're checking off right now. You know.
Yeah.
I've been doing the little want list, like I said, the desk, a couple of the pencils. What else did I get recently? Like a couple cars. You know, I bought a few cars. Like I want Mater. I go back and get Mater. You know, there's just certain ones that I just kind of need to go back and get. But I'm doing it slowly.
Love him. He's so cool. He's so chill. Love Larry the Cable Guy. I want another Ecomi Secret. I want the number 41 Ecomi Secret Rare. I want 41s of the new VeVe logos, and I want another VeVe gold silver logo. So they're obviously very pricey, and you know.
New logo.
The hearts.
Oh, the
Yeah,
hearts.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I know one person that has one of the hearts, the number 41s. I don't know what he'd sell it for, but I feel like there's a lot of that going around. You have one thing, and I have that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll wait for him to NFT.
Everyone has their numbers, yeah.
Yeah, got to get the matching ones. As far as the top 500 goes, there are, in order to be in it, you need to have 1,526. And I don't know how long people are still going to be, what's that called, able to get in there. Because that, if you're new, that's a lot. I mean, you can get a bunch of these comics for like $1.50, and you could wind up only spending, you know, $2,400. But that's still a lot. How do we go and get new people in? How do we go and where they don't get discouraged, to where they see people with like tens of thousands of collectibles?
No, but I heard the numbers were up pretty significantly on new users, which is good. Wonder where those numbers are coming from.
667 new wallets this in June.
Yeah,
well, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that's
not
probably,
bad.
yeah,
It's
that's
been
not
good.
bad.
And you know, Randy, I think it's just like everything else. I mean, I think we all kind of understand the concept of rewards and rewards cards. It's like if you go and open up your Big Mac account, you're not going to have any rewards. But if you go look at mine, you could feed, you know, a country for a couple weeks. So, you know, it just is. So I don't think it's going to be as discouraging as you might think. I think people are kind of used to that. You know, you pay, you play, you get so much. So it's pretty typical of you know, all the different reward systems we have out there.
I was encouraged by this regional only drop selling out, because there's been a lot of people that wanted that, and I was really curious on how well it would do. And the fact that it sold out, that's because, I mean, the United States, we got a lot of users, so I'm curious on how much everywhere else. That was a pretty expensive drop to sell out, you know.
That's true. That's a good point. They've had a really good, what's that called? Balancing of the secret rare being low mint, but also still being able to go in and get like 30K for the drop, because they have enough of the commons where, okay, people sell that. Is that a sandwich in place of Lori's?
It's a bag. I don't know why that's right there. I got a green screen. I haven't hung it yet. We've just been busy.
Oh, sandwich! That looks so good.
It's not a. It's a pink bag.
I don't think it is. It looks like a.
It's not. Trust me,
sure?
it's not a sandwich. It sounds like we need to Everybody donate. Randy needs food. He's hungry.
I do not need, dude. The other day I was 209. I was a chunky boy.
I can't say nothing. This last week was brutal. I didn't get to the gym once, so
damn.
tomorrow, back at it tomorrow.
I mean, I was still hoofing. I was still working out, but dude, holidays and you know, drinking and eating, just all went back in. Ben Robinson says, Randy, would you be happy to take another OMI bet? Price over the end of the year. I know you have a couple others at 1 cent, but how about I give you 005? Ben saying that it will not get 005.
That's a good bet. I think that's a good bet.
Yeah. What, Ben? What do you want to bet? What's, I don't know, like 2,000, 5,000? I mean, oh God, 15,000. I don't know. You want in on this? Actually, Will you want to pool our money together?
Oh no, I'm not. I already get myself in trouble enough with her.
All right. Well, Ben, shoot me a DM and we'll get that.
Maybe. I'll talk to her about it. Maybe.
Yeah. This Planet Profit says bull market, Pokemon launch with interoperability, NFT buzz will hit the moon, bring trading back. Alcon, I think he might have a paper title. I don't know how much he actually does on the day. I don't think he does anything day to day. I assume if they need him, they'll give him a call and he'll use his weight in the community and he'll get stuff done. So he's there like an ace in the hole if we need him.
Yeah, he calls Lori probably once every couple weekends. She'd be more versed on that than, but I know he's busy, man. He's got like 10 projects going right now.
Oh God, he's I feel like that's I was talking with a friend recently, and she was saying like, so why'd you like go back to work? And I was like, oh well, like the crypto prices are so low, like I don't want to have to sell anything to have my lifestyle. So like, I'd love to get more. And then we got deeper into it, and I was just like, dude, I'm happiest building something. I have a crypto fund now. Now that I have like an investor in the channel with Mr. MC1, like okay, now that's incentive for me to like build the channel up because it's not just me. And this is fun. Like it'll be great when things start rolling in and we have millions, but it's fun building. That's my.
That's why I like working on cars. You fix, you change, you build, you make faster. Like it gives me joy. It's the same concept,
For each. And I hope I'm able to rest when I'm probably able to rest at 40, but I'm probably able to rest like Alcon's like in his 70s and he's still getting it. If the text messages didn't come out, Vince McMahon would still be running WWE, like he's 80.
He 100%. That's what they do,
Yeah. Although what'd you say, Laura? I
said I just came through the wall like all
like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah.
Thanks, Randy.
Well, I love the Kool-Aid man. He's great. Did you guys hear that WWE is moving to Netflix and it's going to be like uncensored? It's going to be I
did hear that. I used to be a huge wrestling person, and then the last 15 years it got way crazy for me, and I just haven't been in it.
Yeah.
I'm an old school guy.
Love that stuff. John Cena's retiring too.
I heard. So now,
end of an era. Soon end of an era. Abe says he would trade his partner statue for a Charizard like that. Depending on how many Charizards there were, yeah, probably same. Charles Pichu, the most wanted. Then maybe Squirtle, Bulbasaur. Well, I mean, I will go over all the tiers of all the stuff when they announce Pokemon. There's going to be a lot of stuff to go over. Not really sure what the only price for these days. Incredibly frustrating. Oh yeah, Laura, we can bring you in on this. Ben said that he would like to bet that OMI would not go to 005 by the end of the year. I'm willing to bet like another 10,000. Lori, do you want any of this action? Do you want to get in on it?
Yes, man. I'm like, I cannot say without talking to her. I'll get in trouble. I'll be vouching. I'll be like, put me down for 2.
What do you think about that one, Randy? Let me think about that one.
Okay, that's fine. I told him to DM. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. So, what do you think about D23? Are you excited for it?
I unfortunately can't go. I have a Lindsey Sterling concert August 10th. That's a Saturday, and D23 is the 9th, 10th, and the 11th. But VeVe Magic's going. There's, I assume, a bunch of people that live on the West Coast will go. It's weird. Most of the events are on the West Coast this year. San Diego Comic Con, DCon in Vegas, and then the Anaheim event. Obviously, we have New York Comic Con in October, but yeah, a lot of West Coast love this year.
I'll be interested to see how fans react to them.
Yeah, it'll be the first time we get in a lot of people's faces. I don't know.
That was one of the reasons I wanted my partner statue before that.
Good point. And then there's I don't know if it might have come out already. When's the Apple keynote or the Apple the new Apple?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Should be sometime in July. But last year they featured, I think they featured a partner statue. Like obviously not the VeVe stuff. But,
well, it looked like the VeVe partner statue.
Oh yeah, I was frozen before.
Secret messages. Did I tell you? Sanjay sent me I know he was on there. He sent me a beautiful pair of slippers. Isn't that nice?
I think I did see that. Yeah, yeah. What were they? Were they like ruby slippers, like Dorothy?
They were like. I have them downstairs. They're called Lubons. They're like puffy on the inside, but they're like little flats on the outside. And I thought that was so nice, just out of the blue. He said the Queen needed some slippers and sent me these really nice slippers. And the next day, I think VeVe gave him an honor of some sort as collector or feature of the month.
First collector 100.
First collector 100. So it was so apropos. It just was interesting that he was. I got that from him, and then the next day they gave him a reward. So just showing how much he's out there doing for the community. And I could personally vouch for it, as out of nowhere, I got a pair of slippers. So thank you, Sanjay. That was nice and put me in a very good mood.
Yeah, I love him. He's great. I don't.
Your sponsor, also sponsor of this show.
Yeah, Mr. MC1, the sponsor for all the stuff. Well, Definity's a sponsor now too. I don't know if I told you. Yeah, I think I told you.
I think I saw it. I saw the post. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Definity.
Same. I mean, I was talking about them anyway, but then they're like, "Hey, just talk about us." I was like, "Okay, it's fine." Part of the agreement is having them on the channel once a month, but they haven't mentioned who's going to come on. So I don't. Well, I'd love to have that, but I don't know who's going to be. Who should I try to get? What I wanted to try to get Chipotle, because I have this like fan. I guess he just likes my tattoos. He works at Chipotle, and I go there enough where he's like, "Randy," I was like, "Oh, hey man," and he drew me like a devil demon possession tattoo on a Chipotle bag, not sponsored. He signed it, and I was like, "Yo, this is awesome."
Wait a minute. So did you say that was a demon possession tattoo on your back?
Yeah, so I have an anti-demon possession tattoo. Wait, hold on. An anti-demon possession tattoo on my back. So it's the anti one. He gave me the non-anti one, I guess.
The possessed
the
one.
pentagram.
I don't know. I might not invite him over to my house.
Randy, we need to talk about your friends.
That's awesome artwork, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's so cool, right?
No. Throw the devil out.
I think he's harmless. He says he has a girlfriend.
Don't bring him to my home. Do not bring him to my home.
I won't. I haven't brought him to my home. The king and queen in the house. Yeah. I'll take a picture next. I'll let you see his face. He seems harmless. He seems fine.
That's what they said about Ted Bundy.
Yeah, and Dahmer. Oh, he's a nice
such a quiet guy.
Oh, they're so polite. They go to church every Sunday. They're sawing heads off the night before. Continue.
Yeah. He I don't know. He makes me feel good. He likes my tattoos. He's always nice to me. I don't know. He makes me feel good. Sleepin says he's right. I'm excited. Kumo says, "Hey fam, Death will rock in the VeVe verse." I heard. I wonder if we'll have they're supposed to have like an animation or something for the desk, right?
I thought maybe with the pencils you could put certain collectibles, like how they animated Ritmo. You
oh,
could do
and the dancers.
yeah, and you could do that if you had the desk and the pencil. You could animate certain collectibles. Was my guess.
And that's why I went back to get it, because I mean it's still Walt's desk, and it was like
$20.
$20, and I just felt like maybe, I mean, I don't know. I just got a funny, like that might be a good thing to have down the road. Walt's desk, $20. So those have been the kind of little things I've been picking up, Randy. Not so much the
Is it only $20 now?
Yeah, it was like $21.30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a set secret rare point. Can't. There's a lot of good little single sets. It's hard though. That's the thing, is that this is what I fight with all the time. Is I can get what I consider a grail, like a Superman or Darth Vader, for under $200, or I can get like 10 sets for like $200 because I can get this and this and this and this. It's
right.
And I always battle with that because it's.
Do you get Sesame Street set?
Yeah,
With two, or do you get?
Oh, it's its own set.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. All right. I just bought one.
There you go. It's $21.
Yeah. I didn't know it was its own set.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a lot of that stuff that you can get for, like, I got the Moonlight set for it was like $13 for both of them. Like but the problem is $13 also gets me a friggin'
comic,
an FF1. And so you have this battle where you're constantly
gamification.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, I can't wait. Wes says anyone with barely 1 million shouldn't go for the drop.
What's Wes saying?
Wes is saying anybody with $1 million and shouldn't go for a Banksy drop. That's just Wes.
Yeah, I think he wants all the Banksy.
Wes is so going for it. I can hear it in his tone.
Yeah, he wants it all for himself.
Isn't he one of the top buyers last?
Yeah, he's in the top 5. He's like in the top 300, I think.
He's up there. He's.
Oh, Fan Bam, we love it. I love you so much. I wish you guys were going to San Diego. Fan Bam will be in Casa de Chavez on that for San Diego Comic-Con. But you guys are going to go to New York, though, right?
Hopefully, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Okay, that's okay.
As of now, we are, but yeah, that's the plan.
Coolio.
We're excited. Can't wait to see this year's spread. It should be fun.
Yeah, I'm curious what Mr. MC1 puts on.
We will need food this time, though. I didn't even realize last time that you could get food. I think if I would have known that, I'm always hungry.
Food?
I'm always hungry.
Where?
At Sanjay's party, we didn't know we could go downstairs and get food.
Did I? I don't think I knew that either.
No one. I don't think anyone did.
Because we were all hungry.
We were all hungry, and someone ordered a pizza, but I guess we could have ordered from a menu, but someone took the menus. So I'm like, Sanjay, I'm starving at all your parties, except I was not starving at Dave and Buster's. That was like great seafood. But he's like, someone took the menus off the tables. He's like, you guys could order whatever you wanted. And I was like,
we didn't know.
We didn't know. Because I think we were all starving.
Yeah, I would have done that too. I remember Dave and Buster's. I was going to the bathroom, stumbling to the bathroom, and I see Will playing Time Crisis Zone. I was like, oh, I want to play, but I have to pee so bad. And I was like, my hands were in my pants.
I can't help it. If you put me with the social event and Dave and Buster's, the Dave and Buster wins. I'm not that. Like I said, she's the head of the social part. I just didn't hear fun. So
we had fun.
I let her do her Queen VeVe thing, and I just kind of slip into the back.
That's what she said. Says it's perfect time to load up on VeVe.
Oh, no, I did not say that.
Seems to be putting a lot of stock in the 8 region.
About you, Randy. I know things.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know things. Scary things, guys. Scary things.
She does. She knows. You guys probably know. VeVe Wheel says we kick ass, 100%. I feel like you guys know more about me than almost all the rest of the VeVe fam, with the exception of like David and Dan, and maybe like, yeah, no, that's probably it. I think you guys know more than.
Yeah, we know a lot. We know a lot.
If so, there's certain things that I find funny that a lot of people, they'll be like, that's a little concerning, but I was like, you know, it's fine. Like one example is my friend Kara. We were, I don't know if I should also, like, this video is not sponsored by, I mean, it's always sponsored by Definity and Mr. MC1, but
wait, did you just pull sponsorship?
I'm pulling sponsorship for 5 minutes.
Yeah, so we my friend I was helping her film something for her lonely fan that she had, anyway, and one of the things that I didn't know I was supposed to do until we're already into it was and it's not like I find feet disgusting or anything. I don't find them that like appealing, but I was supposed to like suck her toes, and I guess she knew that if I was like sober, I wouldn't do it.
Oh my God.
One of the first scenes that we shot was, so I'm in a Panera. Do you guys have Panera in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay, so like for those that don't know what it is, it's like a uppity Subway where you pay far too much for small sandwiches.
Yes.
Anyway,
you'll be hungry after $50.
Yeah, it looks like Lori's bag's of Panera. So, that looks more like a breakfast sandwich. Anyway, I knock on the door with a Panera shirt on, holding pizza. So like already, like the scene is messed up. And she's like, "Oh, Mr. Pizza Man, I don't have money." And so I was like, "Okay, you're gonna have to find another way to pay." And then she's just like, well, I have these White Claw, and what should have been my first thing was that the White Claw was already open. So I was like, "Oh, okay, if I drink this White Claw, I can't drive back." And she's like, "Well, we'll find something to do." And we shot that scene like a couple of times, so like the White Claw is like mostly gone by that point. And then I guess in like the next half hour, I guess because I was drinking, it hit me. She got me she put acid in the in the White Claw. And so I'm telling this story to a couple friends at dinner like the other week, and they're like, "Oh my God, she like drugged you, like, so you couldn't consent to any of this." Like, guys, like, it was fun, like it was funny, and so I found it funny.
There was no fentanyl. It was fine.
So anyway, I bring that up. The sponsors can come back now. I bring that up because when I was at your place, like, it would have been funny if you would be like, "Hey, let's put this camera in the bathroom while Randy's showering. Now we have something on," and that just, like, I know people would be like, "That's horrible," but like, you got me, you know.
But I understand that because I mean I went to college, I played baseball, and we are horrible to ourselves as roommates. Like, but like you share everything. Like my one roommate came out and he's got like piss all over him, and I'm like, what happened? He goes, "I don't know. I just put it away too soon, and I felt like I needed to tell someone." Like, so I get it.
How do you put it away?
I don't know. It was like midstream, and he was thinking of something else.
Yeah, it happens. What used to mess me up when I was like younger. So I was like in middle school when this came out. If anyone remembers the band Good Charlotte, where the song, it was from the Young and the Hopeless. It was like the anthem. This is the anthem. So in the middle of that song, they say, "Shake it once, that's fine. Shake it twice, that's okay. But if you shake it 3 times, you're playing with yourself." So like I was like, "Oh, okay. It's like gay if you shake it a couple times at the end of your utilizing the latrine." So there have been multiple times when I was younger where I was like, "Oh, all right, shake it twice, that's okay," and then put it back in, and then like stuff would come out. I don't know how anyone talked to me in middle school. People are going to clip the fuck out of this entire episode.
I'm glad I'm a part of it.
It was good drugging,
Yeah,
it was
harmless
acid.
just a little acid.
Yeah. Crypto. All right, so back to VeVe. Crypto Cost. We'll be interested to see how the Banksy drop goes. Looking forward to it.
Secret rare. I do not know about the other one.
I don't think the other one's going to sell out for. I think it's going to take at least 12, 24 hours.
Because the first one that was available, excluding the US, it was available globally. It was going for like 400. I think now it's 300, maybe 250.
Yeah. When it opened up at like opened up at like 200, and I thought about buying one in the middle of the night, and then I realized I'd get in trouble most likely.
Oh, you would have died.
And then I should have been up like 460. I could have dumped it, but I'd be terrible at dumping things that I like. So then I just collect.
You do. You're like an old miser. You just take more.
I don't like to. Selling sucks. I like having my stuff.
He does. Okay, what is it?
$298.80.
All right, so that would mean
33.
The MCP points are like $1-ish, $1.25 per MCP per 1,000 MCP point. I don't think people are going to spend 250,000 points just to sell it for $300. I don't think that'd be worth it.
I think they'll hold it if people get it, they're going to want it because it does look most like the original. If you look at the original one, it is the one that is in the image of the original compared to the other three. That's the one thing it's got going for it. But VeVe does that, right? Like they give you the common with the most, I mean, that's what they do. They want to make it on.
This is the thing is it's got more editions than the secret rare that's right now. Until it doesn't sell out, then it becomes more scarce. I do not know
if that sells out.
The secret rare 100% I think sells out because, like I said, I could see Mr. MC1 saying if you have the secret rare bronze patina Banksy, you're in my yacht party. Like I could see something like that. Dr. Profit doing the same thing. The other one, 225,000 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the original. That's the one difference. It looks the most like the original painting. Or the original graffiti.
I mean, that helps when it's because for the AF-15, the common is worth more than the uncommon because that's the exact, like, I don't want to say facsimile, but that's the exact copy of the original.
Right.
But it's not by a super large margin. I don't know.
What would you want in your house? Would you want the Mona Lisa as the version that you see in the Louvre, or would you want the Mona Lisa in black and white? I don't know. I don't know. It's right. Thinking about as I think about all my collectibles, I'm thinking this is all the stuff I have to basically show off, decorate with. What am I going to want in my house? You know what I mean? And I think a Banksy would be pretty cool. One of 70 like that. I think that's pretty cool. But I also see the coolness of the one of 330 because that's the original. That looks most like the original Banksy. So I see both sides.
That's a good point. That's hard.
Because people are gonna know, that's it. The original. That's the original. That's variation.
Did you know? Well, I think there's somebody on here that actually has one of the Banksy paintings as part of his Ron Paul Revolution profile picture on here.
Okay.
So there are people that'll know right away. Oh, that's the original. But I knew what it was, but I was not a fan enough or a big enough fan to tell. Oh, that's the original color, and this is a variation.
Me neither. I googled.
No, yeah, we looked.
We're not that smart either.
I didn't even know who Banksy was. I'm not afraid to admit that. I don't know. It's not my genre. And originally, because we went back and forth, I wasn't going to go for it because what does truly inspired or whatever, however they worded it, like in Banksy style, like that.
What the hell does that mean? A Banksy inspired?
Yeah, But then for me, it's saying that I've been here for 3.5 years. I have X amount of points. I've put in the work. I want my badge. It
is a flex. Because again, I think in order to get 1 million points, you likely need to spend tens of thousands of dollars. And
And if 600 people have 1 million points or more, let's say 600 people, I think that's a reasonable number. 600 people have 1 million. You mean to tell me that there's not, what would that be? Well, like 13%? You don't think 13% of the people of, I don't know what 70 is of 600, but people are going to want that. I just, that's not a big percentage when you look at 600 people having 1 million points. I don't think 70. And you know, David's going to want one. I mean, I think Dan might want to grab one too. I mean, and then you think about the people you know. Hell, I already have it down to like 58 in my head. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, good point.
this painting was originally in Israel, which I didn't realize it on the side of a building.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
What was that post that crypto's going to 10x in less than a month? What was that? I didn't get
Crypto Cosmos said, this is crypto. 10x's happen all the time in less than a month in all reality, even at OMI's market cap. So there's just a little bit of an argument where.
Oh, okay. I just didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Wes says he doesn't think it'll be 005 by the end of the
Wes
year.
thinks it's going to 10x.
No, Wes thinks it's less than 002. Does Wes want to bet that?
Yeah, Wes.
That's 005.
Does Wes want to bet 002?
Can we put $100,000 on that? We'll put $100,000 in escrow. These guys can be escrow, and we'll have this settled literally within a week.
This is why I don't get invited on the stream, by the way. Now you know.
So, Wes, VeVe, I'm not going to take this bet with you because I will. Part of the reason why Batman can be Batman is because he can take a bunch of the materials he needs to be Batman from all of his different companies. If I needed to get OMI to 002 to 4x it, I could just use the fund and I could make that happen overnight. I'd probably never work in crypto again, but I would take that. I
got some good news, guys. We own $1 billion OMI.
But I would win that bet though.
And we won 1,000 because of it. I don't know. Like I said, that OMI is so narrative based. I'm super curious to the D23 because I'm hoping something happens there that pushes us in the forefront of the narrative of NFT, crypto. Yeah, you know. And like I said, everybody always forgets, but remember Disney put out those documents about rewarding early crypto and NFT holders, and the one looked like the partner statue. So, I mean, Disney's working on the background of this somewhere along the line. I mean, are we part of it? I hope. I mean, who knows?
I mean, are you
saying it, but we are still early. I know that drives people crazy, but we're still early.
There it is.
What are we looking at?
That sure looks like a partner statue. And they give rewards, or and that article says something about rewarding early people with stuff. And
yeah.
Did you have that handy, Randy?
So I was talking to someone about this recently, and I needed to go find those. And I remember going through all of these as they were breaking, doing the breakdowns of it, and I feel like I was the only one that did that. I don't get enough. Anyway, instead of patting myself on the back, I'll continue this. One of the things that I wanted to bring up to the person I was explaining this to was it was figure 4 saying the sales price for an NFT is split in percentage based on the following table. So these were the plan. These are what they have the patents for. I don't know if they're going to actually use this, but they said, okay, if the sales price is $100, the seller gets 80, the platform gets 1, the creator gets 10, and then the maven, known as the first owner, gets 1%, and the last owner gets 8%. So then if it sells for another $100 again, if the sales price is 100, the seller gets 80, the platform gets 1%, creator gets 10%, the first owner gets 1, the last owner gets 4, and the second from the last owner gets another 4. And they do this weird breakdown. I don't know what type of algorithm they made to break it down like this. It's similar to what's the one where
don't you get royalties for like 8 times and then it finally goes past you or something like that if you're the seller?
Yeah, it's the 10th from the last owner. Yeah. You get like 0.01. Yeah, it's not even worth. Honestly, it's not even worth it for like the third. The third from that, you get 2% and then 1% all the way down.
Partner
I
statue
guess it
becomes
can
$1
be.
million. It's worth it.
It's true.
I'll take 2%. Okay, you were asking something, Randy. What's the name of the company that what?
Oh no, it wasn't it was the product. It's like the sum of the two numbers above it. I think that's Pascal's triangle. Every number below is the sum of the two numbers on top of it, with the exception of the sides, which is all one. It looked like that. So the table looked like that. I don't know if that's what they use.
It's mathematical. I just asked him if it was, and he said it's mathematical. Thank you.
Captain Obvious. Yay.
All right.
At the beginning or after a week?
What's the question?
Because that's different.
Price prediction for the price of Super Banksy.
Because there's got to be a few people that will go for it for just money, and then after that, I think it gets really expensive.
Like, you think just the money people are like the $1,000?
There's still going to be people, like, say, like, if you have 6 million points, you can get 2. You'll take $2,000 for it, probably.
Will you, though? Do you know how much money you had to spend to get 2 million points?
But you still have one.
Well, so if I was I think the
getting
key
2 and selling 1 for $1,000.
No, but you can't use him as
Rolex.
The top 10 people.
Sanjay.
Yeah, but
Michael Campa.
Michael Campa sells a lot right now.
Michael
Campa sells a lot right now.
Yeah, so there's going to be 2 different types of cross trades. There's going to be the people like Michael Campa, the people that have a lot of points that are just done with the project. That is like, I have them, I might as well use them. They sell them. But who are they going to sell to? They're probably going to sell to the newer whales that don't have the points yet, but they have mad cash to spend. So that'll be one type of thing. And then there will be the people that you were talking about, people like, hey, I have so many of these points. Like, there's people that have 5, 8, 12 million points.
Yeah.
They'll craft 1 or 2 or 3, and they'll sell 1 or 2. And those people will probably sell to the people that are like, hey, I didn't have tens of thousands of dollars to spend to get this, but they would have no issue spending 1,000 to 2,000 to make it look like they had that much money to spend.
Right.
So I think those are the 2 types of cross trades. The floor for the, I'd say low end 750. I'd say high end like 3K.
I think that's reasonable over the span of a week.
I don't know if anybody will sell it for $100,000. Honestly,
maybe the
Yeah,
first.
I hope it goes.
Get anxious. $1,000, but see, I don't know though. Or
$1 million points got to be worth more than $1,000.
Or you're gonna have people that have been in a long time that might have got quasi not doing so great, that they do have 1 million points and they want to get some money back. You might see that. I can think of some people that would love $1,000 dropped in their lap.
I know, but partner statue's still going for more than 1,000. There's 4,000 of those. I just don't see it being that low. Doesn't mean I'm right. I just don't see it. If I was selling mine, it would not go under 2,500. Would be the lowest I would think about.
I mean, I would, if it goes to 3K, I'll sell mine at 3K, because then I could do stuff with that. I could buy $1,000 worth of Essence. I could buy $1,000 worth of OMI, $500 worth of Definity, and then 500 just to me and Dashy. We could get matching hats or something. I don't know. But don't give me that look, Lori.
But see, like, where you have the advantages, you have 200 million OMI that you can say, I want it back. Okay.
Yeah.
It now becomes your key to the yacht. Well, I can give you 2 million OMI when it's 13 cents and say, here it is. And, to a lot of people, they don't have that card for $3,000. So, but I mean, you know how it goes. It goes up, down, and then it depends, does it keep going down or does it keep go up?
And sometimes it corrects and then never goes back down again.
That's true.
I mean, I would love to sell it for OMI to NFT, because then I save on cash out fees. Cash out fees 10%.
It's more.
And it's what?
It's more. I wanted to find out how much it was. It was more.
How much is it?
I cashed out $110 just a curiosity. I got 98.
Oh, okay. A little bit more. Yeah. I wonder how much of that was the bank, Because I mean, you could have a fee of like $2.
I don't think my bank charged me anything, but I can
Oh,
check.
okay. Oh, all right.
I was curious. I've never cashed out ever. Like, and obviously the $100 is not making or breaking me. Like, that's
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I needed to feed the babies.
yeah. My cats were starving. Like,
Oh.
No more meow mix, please.
I would say if you have, so then that's more incentive for me to sell it for OMI to NFT, like whenever that comes. But again, I don't want to be waiting months. Where if I could sell it now, buy some crypto, and then it quadruples in that time. Yeah, crypto comes to think around 1,000 as well, shortly after the drop.
Is he thinking about selling it? Does he have 1,000,000 points?
I'm sure he does. Crypto Cosmo, let us know what you have, what you're doing. Well,
like the blue hearts, those started off low. If you remember, somebody sold one for like $950, and I think one sold for $1,100, and then they shot up in 2.4, and then at some point I think they even reached 3.5, but now I think they're back around.
They're receding back
2.5, around 2.
Wait, you said the blue heart?
Yeah, the Harkinade.
Yeah,
the one of 20.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, you guys sold one, right?
2,500.
Awesome.
Like I said, I haven't. Look, if you guys like art, it's not against you. I have no use for that. Like I said, that's just not me. And even if that goes to $20,000 in a bull run because it's one of 20, hey, I'm good.
Omar says it was in Palestine that Banksy drew that.
Did I say Israel?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. He's right. It was Palestine. I think it was
West Bank.
West Bank.
Yeah.
So you have Frocoin says Electra says hi. This is a reference to the Hair Father or David Hughes' Hair, where he goes and he says, "Will there ever be a collectible as breathtaking as Electra? Also, one regular show." And he put my face on Muscle Man, with an Electra tattoo.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Did you ever tell him about the little person wrestler?
Yeah, we sent him that.
There was this league of little people wrestlers, and there were like 20 of them, and the last one looked just like you as a little person.
And he meowed and everything.
And he meowed.
Really? No, stop lying.
He was El Gato and he meowed. I swear to God.
Do you have pictures?
I sent it to you.
Oh, we got to send that to you.
Yeah, send me those pictures.
He was part of the International Little People.
Yeah, they were doing a roll call, and he was the last guy. And he's like, El Gato, meow.
And it looked just like he looked like he was a little person.
That is so wild. That's like two worlds colliding. That's like me from an alternate universe, but in
that's exactly what. Yeah. That's exactly what Will said. He said it's like another universe, Randy. And the fact that he went meow, we were just like, wow. We'll get Max to resend it to you.
That'd be great. Because 3 weeks ago he cashed out 65 hundo, cost him 651, so it was 10% plus $1. That was 3 weeks ago. Maybe they changed it coming in July.
It might be tiered on how much too, though.
Right, maybe that's 110.
It might be tiered on 100. Mr. MC1. Like if you're under 500, it's 12. Over 5, it might be something like that too.
Yeah.
They lowered it. They never said what it was, though.
That's true. Big A said when you consider I had to pay 8.5 in sell fees, so it was 18.5. Ooh, ouch. But with the Banksy, it's only 2.5%. So that is nice.
The charity.
Yes.
Did you vote, Randy? Where did you?
I did. So I posted. I posted and I voted for Best Friends Animal Society, and then I did Animal Welfare Institute, and then something else. And I'm thinking like, okay. I didn't know what the top charities were, but when I saw it, like they were all like, it was like UNICEF, it was St. Jude's, Children's Hospital, then it was Children's something else. I wanted to post a gift like, yo, fuck them kids. Can we have one for animals, please? But I didn't.
Babies. Take care of the kitties.
I voted for St. Jude's too. That was one of mine. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
we had an animal one. We had St. Jude's and we had first responders. So.
Oh yeah, that would have been. Yeah, like have two of them for humans, but have one for the animals. You know, like
One,
but
I agree.
Yeah.
We
but
did
it's
put one in. We put Humane Society, I think.
that's cool. So I mean, either way, that's what the people want. It's the democratically elected charities selves. I will go along with it. What says that's wild. Okay, so that is the rest of the comments. I think there is one other thing I wanted to talk to y'all about. Where are we here? New Zealand collectibles, the postage stamps, they're being burned.
They're being
So,
burned.
you know, huzzah. And then there was launching. Nope, not that. Not that. Trucking simulator. Yeah, I guess this one. So, American trucking simulator players are now being targeted by an in-game recruitment ads from a massive truck company. Do you think stuff like that can happen in the VeVe-verse? Like you know how there are simulation games like mow the lawn or power wash your car? Do you think there will be unskilled labor games like that, and then ads will pop up from like local companies near you saying like, "Oh, come power wash, be a power washer for us. You pay 40 an hour, or whatever they pay."
Yes, but that would be so far down the line, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, like to me, that's very interesting because that goes with the whole Gran Turismo thing that they took people that were great in a simulator and they became race car drivers, which there's pretty much nothing higher to do. Like, I mean, if you're going 200 mile an hour and you see everything, and that's impressive. So I don't see why you couldn't drive truck. And most semis now are automatic. They don't even make them standard anymore.
What I don't like, so I've been working since I was like 13 years old. Whenever friends would want to say like, "Yo, play the simulator with me," and it's stapling staples at an office and answering phone or making tacos, like I don't want to freaking like this is work. I don't want to do that, and
I don't want to do that.
it's only like the younger it's like younger millennials and like the newer generation that just like I feel like they've never had like real jobs, and it's like, oh, I'm working, and I hate them all. I feel like such a boomer. I hate them all
I
for
hate
it.
them all.
I do.
I literally just made fun of my niece for doing this. She's 14. She wants to be a volleyball player. And then she was spending her time scooping ice cream. And she's like, I got to keep my customers happy. I'm like, what are you doing?
Ice cream on the computer.
Yeah, she's making like, look at how pretty my sundae is. I got an A. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Why are you doing this?
And she said she had to make her customers happy.
Yes.
What?
So that's similar to like in Pokemon in Generation 2, you had moves and the moves were affected based on how much the Pokemon loved or hated you. You had frustration, like if you as soon as you catch a Pokemon, its level of trust and love for you is at an all-time low. And it could get lower if you lose battles constantly, or if you feed it bitter berries, or if you feed it things that are bitter. And then the move frustration will get more powerful. But the move return is a move that will get more powerful the more it loves you. So you feed it, vitamins, you win battles, you take it to the groomer, you get its haircut, you do whatever. So I understand wanting to keep your stimulated pets, or in her case, customers happy, because then it's better for the game. But yeah, like at that point, just get a real job, just make that money. I don't know.
Get a real job.
She's like, I made 300 in tips. I'm like, you didn't.
You didn't.
So the cash out is available for New York. I don't know about if New York City is a separate thing, but it is available for New York. I'm not in New York City though. I do have something else to talk about you off the camera. So unless you want to talk about anything else here beforehand.
You around Ecomi Base tomorrow?
Yes, I will.
All right, we will see you tomorrow.
And then I will see you in like 2 seconds after I end this. Okay.
All right.
Say bye-bye to Dashy. Bye-bye.
Dashy!